So, good day everyone. My name is Angela Mejanda and I am here to report the influence of values and beliefs in specificity and variability. According to McNaughton 2016 and Evasco 2015, values and beliefs significantly shape learning experiences. Integrating these elements into practice can enhance motivation and engagement, leading to better learning outcomes. So, values and beliefs play a significant role in how individuals approach the concepts of variability and specificity, especially in the context of decision-making, problem-solving, and creativity. Here are some ways in which values and beliefs can influence the practice of variability and specificity. So, number 1. Values driving specificity. If an individual values precision or accuracy or attention to detail, they are likely to emphasize specificity in their work. They may focus on clear, well-defined parameters and outcomes, ensuring that each element is carefully tailored to meet a particular standard or goal. So, for example, ako ay isang coach. Coach ako sa isang track and field. So, kung gagawa ako ng training plan, well-defined siya. Tapos, yung mga set of drills doon, dapat alam ko yung kalalabasan or outcome kung ano yung may improve dun sa athlete ko. So, kumbaga, hindi siya yung unconventional na kung saan ang tawag doon, hindi siya dapat nakaplano yung mga set of drills. Kumbaga nasa training plan siya. Tapos fina-follow yon, strictly follow dapat. Kasi kung hindi siya well-detailed, hindi siya nandun sa parameters, kumbaga magkakaroon yung athlete ng idea na magkaroon siya ng sariling training niya. Hindi siya sumusunod dun sa training plan na dapat para sa kanya. So, the second one is values encouraging variability. So, if an individual values creativity or innovation or exploration, they may embrace variability as a way to generate diverse ideas or solutions. They may be more open to experimentation, unconventional approaches, and adaptability, allowing for a range of possibilities to emerge. So, for example naman, ako ay isang coach ulit. Kumaga, ang sinasabi dyan kasi, hindi siya strictly follow sa training plan. Kumbaga, hinahayaan niya lang yung mga athletes niya na mag-explore pa, na mag-explore ng ways to improve themselves. Hindi sila nakaplan. Kumbaga, unconventional din siya, pero prone siya sa innovation and wide range of possibilities to emerge. Kumbaga, magkakaroon pa sila ng maraming technique at innovation. Kumbaga, hindi nga talaga siya nakafollow sa training plan. So, next one is beliefs about risk and uncertainty. Beliefs about risk aversion or tolerance can also shape how individuals engage with variability and specificity. Those who are comfortable with uncertainty may be more willing to explore diverse options and outcomes, whereas those who prefer predictability may lean towards specificity to minimize potential risk. So, under kasi ng beliefs about risk and uncertainty, may dalawang category kasi yan. Yung una is risk aversion and yung pangalawa is risk tolerance. So, sa risk aversion, kumbaga, ito yung kadalasan na sinusunod ng mga coaches. For example, isa akong coach sa badminton. If I want my student to improve their skills and techniques, so magpo-follow rin kami sa training plan. Kumbaga, magiging strict din ako doon. Magiging well-defined and clear yung mga set of drills ko. Ganun siya. Sa sa risk tolerance, yung pangalawa, kumbaga, sabi natin, ako ulit yung coach, hindi ko masyadong, kumbaga, hindi ko tinutukan yung training plan. Kumbaga, binag-play ko agad sila. Hindi ko sila train. para alam mo yon na mag-explore sila ng more on techniques and skills to adapt in their environment sa paglalaro ng badminton. Kumbaga sila yung mga prone sa sa mga new techniques. Yan. Doon sila yung mga innovative ways to play badminton nga. So next naman is cultural influences. Cultural values and norms can impact how individuals perceive variability and specificity. In some cultures, conformity and tradition may prioritize specificity and uniformity, while in others, diversity and individuality may be more highly valued, leading to greater acceptance of variability. So, for example, under kasi ng cultural influences, may dalawang category ulit, which is the conformity and tradition nga, and the diversity and individuality. Sa conformity and tradition, for example, coach ulit ako. Tapos, standard lang. Kumbaga, follow the training plan, the set of drills, kung saan nga nakaangkla talaga siya sa training plan. Tapos, next naman, yung diversity and individuality. Sa diversity and individuality, for example, coach ako sa isang dance fitness. So, hinahayaan ko yung mga student ko to explore different dance styles. Kumbaga sa tula, siya isang malayang taludturan. Hinahayaan ko yung mga students ko na mag-explore beyond their limits. Kumbaga, pushing to the limits sila. Hindi ako nakastrict sa training plan, wala akong sinusunod. Kumbaga, prone ako sa innovation. Kasi nakafocus kami sa exploring different dance styles ba. Next naman is personal experiences and background. Past experiences, education, and background can shape individual beliefs about the effectiveness of variability and specificity. Someone with a history of success through precise, specific methods may be more inclined to continue with that approach, while those who have thrived in innovation and adaptability may prefer variability. So, under din ng personal experiences and background, may dalawa ulit na category, which is yung specificity and yung variability. Sa specificity, isa akong coach. Kumbaga, katulad lang rin siya sa iba na strict to the training plan, precise and specific dapat ang training ko, and priority ko ang consistency and repetition. Saka, magde-design ako ng training sessions with clear objectives and well-defined parameters. And then, focusing on perfecting fundamental skills and techniques. Kumbaga, naka-follow rin talaga siya sa training plan. Katulad nung iba pa. Kumbaga, exact dapat siya. Exact to the, naka-follow kasi talaga sa training plan siya. Sa variability naman, sa next category, unconventional siya. Prone to innovation talaga, and hindi siya nakaplan. Hindi siya nakaangkla sa training plan. Sa more on, katulad rin sa ibang examples ko sa iba pang, yung natakal ko kanina. Same lang rin siya doon na, hindi siya nakaangkla sa training plan. Prone to innovation. So, the next one is goal orientation. The last one yan. Values and beliefs about goal setting can also influence the balance between variability and specificity. Individuals with long-term outcome-oriented goals may prioritize specificity to achieve measurable results, while those focused on process and learning may value variability as a means of exploration and growth. So, for example, under kasi niyan ulit, may dalawang category. Yung outcome-oriented saka yung process-oriented. So, from the word itself, outcome-oriented, isa akong coach. Mag-set ako ng specific and measurable goals. Like, for example, yung student ko, athlete siya. Tapos, to improve herself, nire-reduce ko yung mile time niya by 30 seconds. Dapat, by the next 2 months, dapat, halimbawa, 1 minute and 30 seconds, na-achieve niya yung isang mile. Dapat, by next 2 months, mababawasan nyo ng 30 seconds pala. Kumbaga, dapat after the next 2 months, kaya niyang mag-reach in 1 minute sa isang mile. Kumbaga, sa isang mile, dapat 1 minute nandun na siya. Kasi, right now, kumbaga, yung status niya is 1 minute and 30 seconds sa isang mile. Yan. Tapos, sa next naman, sa process-oriented, so, binavalue ko naman dito is yung learning and growth ng mga athletes ko. So, coach ulit ako dun. Tapos, yun nga, yung focus ko is yung learning and growth that comes from exploring diverse PE activities. Kumbaga, wala akong sineset na goals. Kumbaga, nakafocus lang ako sa growth ng students ko, yung process nila.